with the trade deadline just over a week away, who knows how many more lineups will be employed by Golden State, and who knows, maybe Oklahoma City. Here's Cason Wallace with Curry defending him. Gilgeous-Alexander will be guarded by Payton. Now they got the switch they want. They have Curry defending SGA.
It's too far over in the key.
Gilgeous-Alexander, who leads the NBA in free throws attempted and made. Gilgeous-Alexander has scored 30 points per game or better. He's so good for the mid-range, right on cue there, hitting that one from 15. Golden State started the year 12-3. They're 11-20 since. When these teams last met in late November, great game, he's been unable to go due to a calf injury, but day to day, see if he's back maybe next week. They play Phoenix Friday night.
Games 12-3. The last 30, 10-20. Dropped off about 12 points a game offensively. And you know, that leaves you scratching your head, Dave.
Thunder looking to push. They've made their last 4 shots from the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander for 3, and he drills it.
Right idea by Curry, getting out fast, trying to get an early shot in the clock before the Thunder set up the D.
Shai drills the mid-range shot on the baseline against Curry. 1 for the Thunder, and it was by Shai. Gilgeous-Alexander, again, mid-range jump shot. So smooth, so consistent.
In a very different way, it reminds me of Kawhi Leonard, where he would just get to that free throw line and it was almost automatic.
Boy, it looked like that was on the way down.
They talk about the elite players get to their spots, and this guy, obviously, look at that. I mean, he could score at all levels. Said no, it wasn't.
Justin Van Dyke.
No.
Disagree. Gilgeous-Alexander bumped, missed the shot, but he'll go to the line with Santos committing the foul.
Touch. The last piece for him, Dave, was really to become a lethal three-point shooter. He doesn't need to be, but that's just the last thing.
Steve is going to be talking to this officiating crew about is, okay, Shai gets fouled a lot, and he's clever, but let's have the...
Gilgeous-Alexander downhill. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 17 of the 23 points. USA Basketball Coach of the Year, and Steph Curry, USA Basketball Male Athlete of the Year, as Gilgeous-Alexander scores again. He's got 19 points.
That is not an easy shot. I mean, that looks easy for him, but that left hand, the length of Shai Gilgeous, you know, he's not a huge guy.
That you had the toughest job, so I wanted to make sure the audience knew that he said that.
I didn't say that. You said that. So what he was referring to, who to play, how to guard the pick and roll, kind of offense, defense to run, that's not easy. That's very hard. And I said, but that's a finite amount of decisions. As a GM, you could trade anybody. You can trade any picks. So he knows. I've never been a coach. Maybe a coach is harder. I don't know.
Gilgeous-Alexander making the free throws. And you talked about earlier.
He said, I used to meet right after the game with the coach and watch the tape of the game. I said, we're not doing that. There's no post-game debrief. We'll do that the next day. Things are too emotional. But
his career high is 54, and he just got that a week ago against Utah. Gilgeous-Alexander gives it up. Isaiah Joe nails a 3. Joe in the month of January.
And again, the demeanor, right? He's just solid. You can't ruffle this guy. He's hard to find.
He's got 6 40-point games. When you average 32, as he turns it over there, and actually a little shaken up, a little slow to get back defensively. Santos counted and won a 3-point chance. That would have cut the deficit to 1 just outside 2 minutes to go. Gilgeous-Alexander tripped up by Looney. That's his 3rd foul. So Looney at the line. 2nd foul on Dort. And Kevon Looney with 9 points off the bench in 10 minutes.
In high school was a wing player. At UCLA, he was a 3 a lot. He handled the ball. And so his intelligence, his passing, he's worked himself into the center position, but the center position has changed.
Gilgeous-Alexander gets downhill, draws contact, and scores.
Shai's eyes would light up, and it's not, Quentin Post this is his 3rd, whatever, NBA real game. Not that anybody else stopped Shai to get any space, and the Thunder know who Steph Curry is, and they're dedicating their whole defense to stopping him.
Gilgeous-Alexander with a kick out, and the 3 from Isaiah Joe. shadowing him at every turn. Off ball. Wiggins, line drive three, short. Dort lets it fly. Several bounces, it wouldn't drop. Another offensive rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander hit it. A three to give him 31 in the first half. The Lakers currently in 5th in the West, but they're just 4 games ahead of the teams that are not even in the play-in, like the Warriors in the 11th spot.
Yeah, and I asked somebody the other day, Dave, who's going to, if you know, he came out this season playing elite basketball. That's a big reason why you saw that lead.
Offensive foul on SGA for the push-off. His second personal. Way off the mark. He's 0 for 4 from the floor. Curry driving. Throws it up. No, but a foul. 12 points, 4 fouls. Gilgeous-Alexander, 31 in the first half. Best ever for him at a half. Those are his first points of the third quarter.
And Wiggins responding.
His name has been bandied about in trade rumors as SGA scores off glass and draws the foul. 35 for Gilgeous-Alexander. Front runner right now for MVP. He was the runner-up to Jokic last year. Missed just 1 game this year. That was.
And he does it. He just needed to make that one in the right corner to find his rhythm in this game.
The step through, around and down, plus a foul. What a move and finish. The 2 starting guards for the West in the All-Star game, which will be here in San Francisco in just over 2 weeks.
Brandon Pajewski, and it's nice to see. He started off the season slow. He's coming back from the injury, and he's playing much better, shooting better from 3.
Shot clock inside at 10 as Schroeder reaches in and fouls. It's the free throw. He's got 39. We talked about him starting the All-Star game. It's here in San Francisco. You can get tickets to see the NBAs by heading to nbaevents.com or downloading the NBA Events app. 40 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 1-point lead for Oklahoma City. They changed the foul to Kenrich Williams for Oklahoma City, by the way. Gilgeous-Alexander draws another foul on Santos point. How good was that?
Without having that footwork, Curry's always had it. I remember Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan starting with him, just the elite guard footwork. Jalen Brunson, I think, has a lot of that, and this guy does as well. Just the ability, pivot, reverse.
We got a technical foul called now on Kyle Anderson, so an extra free throw for Shai. Let's check in with George.
Guys, we've been marveling at.
We got a technical foul called now on Kyle Anderson, so an extra free throw for Shai. Let's check in with George.
Guys, we've been marveling at Michael Jordan, Dave.
Pretty amazing, and it just feels like he's only going to get better. First team all-rookie, played at Santa Clara. That's where Jalen Williams played as well, so a homecoming for him. A steal by Moody. Dennis Johnson, Finals MVP. Lenny Wilkins, the coach. Curry, not that time. Missed the 3. Moody keeps it alive. Gathers. Oh, SGA just rips it away. What a defensive play. They've extended this lead while Curry's on the bench. The step back from Gilgeous-Alexander. 45 points.
Great defense, too. It's been a high-level game here. High-level second half. 2 teams, max effort.
Anderson charged with trying to stop. Gilgeous-Alexander gets downhill, floats it up and good. 47 for SGA.
And they're weathering the non-Curry minutes, and that they did their job. They did their job. 5-point lead. He's ready to check in.
Oh, change of direction and speed by Gilgeous-Alexander gets him to the line again.
So many different ways to do it.
Another missed free throw. That's the 3rd of the game for Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, 29 minutes played, 18 points, most of those coming since the first quarter.
Get out and see what they got out of the timeout here for Curry.
Off 2 screens, dumped down Looney, catches deep, fouled, and Looney will go to the line. They've been all over him in the half court here in the last couple minutes. He gets that one, 50 points, but looks like it's going to come in a losing cause unless
they picked up the defense. And offensively, they executed. They took care of the ball. Steve Kerr did a nice job with his substitutions. It's a complete effort.
52 for Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound Wallace, steal Wiggins, and that's going to do it. What a win for the Golden State Warriors over the best team in the NBA.